And welcome back from the break, everybody. My name is Rex Adams, and I'm your host with the most. Here to help you get back to that hustle and bustle of the workday. It's my first day back from a well-needed and deserved vacation, and I am glad to be back with you all once again. It was fun to get away for the week, really. Give the old soul a good search and all that. But it's really nice to be back. Well, mostly. I'm currently working on day 3 of the absolute worst headache I have ever had in my entire life. There's an intense throbbing pain all across the surface areas of my skull, and it refuses to go away. Should I go to urgent care to get this checked out? Probably, but I'm not feeling it right now, you know? I mean, it's only the start of the work week, so why bother? That's a problem for future Rex to handle. And I'm sure he'll figure it out. Anyways, let's move on to the news. The big day is fast approaching, and I hope you're getting your glitter suits and vibrant makeup ready. Glam Rock Monday is coming up next week. All day we'll be paying homage to the vibrant culture of the many lives of the neon synthwave district of the city. This involves listening to large amounts of synth music, wearing bright neon makeup, and dressing up like it's a music video in the year 1989. That was a good year. So be sure to show up decked out in the best hair metal rock impression you have. It's bound to be a delightful time. As always, expect the return of the old glitter roller rink free of disco music, of course. We don't want another repeat of the ABBA disaster, 2012. 11 people died in that incident. Anyways, it's time for the honored tradition of the city, so be sure to get yourself a pair of roller skates, tease up that hair, and head into the warm embrace of yesteryear. In other news, a brand new restaurant is opening up in the city. Now, normally there wouldn't be much to talk about, but this is apparently a big deal. This restaurant marks the return of renowned chef Davian Russo. Davian Russo. I know him. We went to college together. He was a culinary student. I was studying journalism. You wouldn't expect us to have much of a connection, but there we were. There we were. You know, I'll never forget that summer. We were sophomores of college. We were young, hot, ready to take on the world, and it was a summer of possibilities. The world was open, nothing to hold us back. Memories were made in moments that last a lifetime. I will never forget that weekend we spent on the beach. Davian's hands were soft and his lips were even softer. It was quite a time to be alive. Truly magical. You know, I think back to those days every now and then and wonder what could have been if I'd only had the guts to face my own insecurity, but, you know, I never have done that. They say you regret 100% of the shots you don't take, and, well, I think they have a point. Truly the best summer of my life. I'll never forget. One weekend out on the beach. Davian's hands in mine, and oh, they were so soft. And his lips. Anyways, where was I? Right, Davian Russo, Master Chef, brand new restaurant. Let's get back to that. So after taking a couple of years away from the industry, Davian had rediscovered his craft and has a new spark to bring him into the ultimate Italian food experience. He promises to give the best possible experience he can, while also trying to keep things affordable for everyone. It's a hard thing to do, but those capable, talented, and soft hands. Well, I'm sure David will be able to give us something truly special. So be sure to stop by Pasta La Vista's grand opening this week. I, for one, will be there for sure. Moving right along, have you all noticed the sudden uptake of fog in the city? Of course, it's always been really bad, especially for this point of the summer. We've had a few big fog problems over the years, but this one seems to be stronger. Currently, the apex of the fog is surrounding the old Half Nine Hotel, along with the exit leading to Rose Boulevard. This shouldn't be too bad for the rest of us, since, no one lives there anymore. There isn't much up Rose, it's just an old forest and an abandoned hiking trail called Devil's Gate. It's been closed off for as long as I can remember, so who even cares about it? No one's really been there in a very long time, well, except Jack. Isn't that where they found you when they first came into the city, Jack? Mull is staring at the wall with a dark expression on his face, so it might be time to bust out Gangnam Style again. Not too much of a problem. The point is, there's a lot of fog in Old Town and it's causing quite the ruckus. Avoid it if you can, which should be simple enough. No one lives in Old Town anymore. Not after what happened at the hotel. Not a soul. And there's your news for the morning. I hope you all got something out of it. So we're moseying on with the morning. I found a few notes left on my desk. In the radio industry, this really isn't anything new. Your producer will leave show notes for you, station manager will have something important to say, all that professional jazz. In this pile is a bright pink note in the shape of a butterfly. Across it reads, Rex, we need to talk to you about Bella Jule and what happened to her. This could be the next piece of the puzzle we need. Can we talk? Maybe over break. I'll stop by your downtime to discuss. Marina. We're just going to ignore that note because it is not important. We do not talk about things that don't legally exist around here. I'm just tucking that into the box and moving on to better topics. Oh, like the financial report. I am the voice that sings through the trees. I am the one who gives flight to the birds and breath to the fields. I am the friend on a hot summer's day. I am the life that fills the open air. I am the sky dotted full with clouds. I am the passing change of the seasons and days. I am a radiant and dynamic firestorm, and in the same breath, I am a mellow field of rolling white haze. I am the game that is played by the forests and streams. I am the song softly sung within secret melodies. I am the breath of all life, both young and old. I am the memory of everything, of tales that are told. Come to my arms and release all your strife. Relax in my peace, in the arms of pure life. And that is to say, crypto is dead. It's time to turn back to reliable sources. Embrace the bones of small woodland creatures. Give small coins to raccoons. And this has been the Financial Report. And in other news, the sheriff has set a blockade around a decent chunk of Old Town. When questioned, she said it was for public health and safety. Apparently the fog had gotten too thick for it to be safe. And even though there aren't a lot of people down that way anymore, she's just blocking it off for safety reasons, as she put it. So there you have it, folks. The sheriff is looking out for our well-being. Let's, maybe try not to get in her way. She is a strong, powerful woman representing the grayer side of the age spectrum. So we'd all be better off just letting go and doing what she tells us to, yeah? Yeah. Alright, moving on to a handful of notes passed down to me by our dear station intern, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Now, Mike here is currently dressed in a raccoon onesie for some reason. Now, I'm not going to question it. Who's old Rex to spoil the fun of the younger generation and all that, right? He's a kid. Kids these days can go off and have whatever fun in whatever way they want. I know I did. Just as long as the job gets done, old Rexy does not care. I really don't have it in me to care. Honestly, I don't really have much of anything in me these days. It's just numb and empty. Am I depressed? Anyways, no time to analyze that. There are things to read. A couple of fan cards, a lovely watercolor of the city at sunset, and a lovely looking stationery with my name written across the front. This could be fun. Maybe it's a love letter from a secret admirer. It's been a minute since I've had one. In college, I got a ton. Let's just pop this bad boy open and see what's inside. Bella Jule Mallory, such a bright little girl, was the gem of her family, gonna take over the world. Bella Jule Mallory, where did she go? Driven so furiously, she just had to know. Bella Jule Mallory dove in too deep, dug into places she shouldn't be, that came a price that appeared too steep. Bella Jule Mallory, voice like a song, she dove way too deep, and now she is gone. Jack, cut to commercial. Let's go to commercial, everyone. We're overdue for a break anyway, so let's just go. Put on an ad. I'm fine, Jack. Just put the ad on. Seriously, Jack, it's fine. Cut to commercial. Cut to...
The ashes fall down. Many are confused and hurt. Where do you go now? Church isn't easy, but the options are open. So come here with us. The last couple of months haven't been easy for anyone. There's been a lot of anger, a lot of confusion, and mostly hatred has been thrown around. We're not going to pretend like we're guilt-free, but at least we tried to be friends. This is our home. This is where we belong. You can't stop us, so just let it go. The city is big enough for many cryptids. Just open your heart and let us in. Cozy congregation of Sasquatch. Bonfire prayer night is Thursday at 8. Join us for homemade pie and a good time with lovely people. We'll be waiting.
And welcome back to the show. How are we all feeling on this delightful day? I'm doing just dandy. Well, maybe except for the 72.5 hour long headache that is pounding away at my gray matter right now. We don't have to focus on that right now, right? Right? I'm looking at Jack to confirm my statements, but apparently he is no longer in the room. During the break, he left to, quote, see if we had any of that stuff left over from the Wistera Institute. Because apparently I'm falling apart more than usual today. I think that's a bit of an overreaction. But whatever, it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. How are you today? Have we gone over horoscopes yet? Apparently we have not. How is that even possible? It is the staple of my show. I do that at the top of the hour, and yet here we are. Past the hour, and yet no horoscope. Jeez, old Rex, really dropping the ball here. Well, there's no use complaining at it, so let's just take a peek at what the stars have to say today. What can you say when it's all your fault? I loved you like a teacher loves his student, like a father loves their child, like an artist in their creation. You were a radiant ball of energy, and I tried to guide you. I pushed you higher and higher until you grew into everything you could be. At least, everything I wanted you to be. But there was something else inside. There was a pain too dark and too terrible to share. What you needed was a friend to comfort you. What you got was my own selfish projections. What can you say when it's all your fault? The ones you love are built up only to crumble and fall. You give your heart away 1,000 times in 1,000 different ways, but what do you have left from it? What can you say when it's all your fault? She opened the door that should have stayed closed, but who was the one who showed her how to find it? Well, that's not very helpful. It's just ominous and dark. In fact, the whole thing is just way too specific. It's like someone read through my... You know what? Let's just move on. Yep, that's the thing to do. I'm gonna go see if Jack has found that stuff today. Maybe take a couple shots from that ibuprofen bottle sitting in the office. In the meantime, here's a word from our sponsors.
Hello, and welcome back to your weekly update of the Toddcast, bringing you all the Todd news for all the Todd places. My name is Todd Todderson, and with me, as always, is my co-host and best bud, Todd Toddberts. How are you doing today, Todd? Why, yes, Todd, thank you. It's very good to be back on the show. You know, we've had such a long way away from the studio, but here we are once again, and it is looking snazzy in here. Don't you agree? Why, yes, indeed, Todd. It is rather snazzers. Why don't we get down to the nitty and the gritty, since everyone here is so curious to know? Why, yes, of course. Did you hear that there is a new ice cream place being opened up in downtown? Really? Where in downtown? You know, over by the Todd shop? You mean the Bod shop? Of course, Todd. What else would I be talking about? This is only the best Todd news. Ha ha ha, of course, yes.
Missed the episode? Be sure to tune in weekly, every single Thursday, to hear Todd and Todd discuss everything you need to know on the Toddcast. Available on Apple, Spotify, Windows, Birds, Pears, Apples, Oranges, and of course, as always, our God and Overlord, Apple. See you soon.
And welcome back. The painkillers are in my system, and Jack is distracted by an old Five Nights at Freddy's playthrough on YouTube. So basically everything's going fine. Now then, let's just see what's next on the show for today. We've got a decent chunk of stuff. News, horoscopes, and there's a bullet point here that just says special meeting. You're rapscally and you've prepared a special guest for today. Oh, that could be fun. I have them coming through the door right now. Hello, and... Oh. It's you.
Hey Rex, are you busy? Jack said you were at a perfect moment to ask questions, so...
Nope, just in the middle of a show and taking ibuprofen lots and lots. Jack, please, no. No, I promise it's fine. No, I'm not attempting to run away from my problems by trying to start a bit. When have I ever done anything like that? Alright, fine. Take the bottle. I'm not running away, okay?
So... are we gonna talk about Bella Jule?
That depends on what you're asking.
Rex, we know that she worked here, and then got involved with the city's mysteries. We know that she uncovered something big, and was planning to do something about this. You pushed her into some dark places, and it's been weighing on you ever since, hasn't it?
Who told you? Have you been talking to Amber at the Requiem?
What? No, I haven't talked to anyone, least of all your bartender. I just New? That's weird.
Yeah, well, not as weird as your glowing eyes. How long have they been doing that? Is that some sort of thing the new kids are into? Because that can't be healthy.
Look, Rex, you're not going to stop us from exploring. We almost lost Blaine last time, and they're still going. If you want to avoid another incident, we need your help. I need you to tell me what happened to Bella Jule.
Fine. Sorry for the drama, everyone. I know you're all so invested in this big situation, and it's thrown off the morning groove, but it is fine. I've dealt with worse, so let's take a quick break while old Rexy walks down a hard and unforgivable road again. Alright, is the ad playing? Rex? Cool. Take a seat, Marina. It is a long story to get through, and most of it is kind of a bummer. Bella was a remarkable young lady. She came from one of the old families in town, but you'd never guess that by talking to her. Bella isn't like the other Mallard. She was genuine, down to earth, and just earnest in everything she did. I met Bella Jule when she first started out at the station. She was a plucky intern trying to strike it out on her own. There was a spark in her. I saw potential, and I thought I could work with it, so I latched on. I took her under my wing and taught her everything I knew about broadcasting. She took everything in like a sponge. Didn't matter what research assignment or job I gave her, she would throw her whole heart and soul into it. She was incredible. Eventually I got her behind a microphone, and that's when things really started taking off. The kid was a natural. From the second her voice came on the air, she was a success. I couldn't be prouder. So I pushed her. Every single night I would push her to do better, to be better. I gave her challenges, and she would come back with more than I ever could have expected. When she finally took over the night show, I was beaming with pride. Felt like she was finally coming into her own, and I wore that like a badge of honor. She was finally living in the dream. In reality, I should have stopped and paid attention to how she was doing. Bella Jule got stuck on a story and started digging a lot deeper than she should have. It consumed her entire life. She stopped sleeping at night, started missing meetings, and all she could focus on was that one big story. I should have said something. I should have been a better mentor or something else. But instead I just let it go on. I helped her dig herself a deeper hole at points she couldn't stop pushing against the city, and eventually, the city pushed back. So you two want to know what happened to Bella Jule? It's simple, really. She went where she shouldn't go, and it got her killed. Bella Jule's dead, gone, never coming back. All that's left are a few recordings and a couple of newspapers. What, is it not good enough? Were you expecting something else? Well, here, look at the newspaper article yourself.
Isabella Julie Mallory, declared dead this past Friday. Security footage found Mallory entering into the city council offices around midnight on Tuesday evening. Close friends and associates report Mallory acting despondent and mentally unwell. Police have yet to get in contact with close personal associate of Mallory, Jeremy Johnson, who has been missing since Mallory's death confirmation. Memorial services will be held next week at the Old Faithful Cemetery. For more information... Wait, that's it?
That's it.
But that can't be it. There has to be something else.
Look, kid, here's a word of advice from someone who's been at this game a lot longer than you. Some things don't need to be questioned. I mean, look at where we are. We all have housing, stability, and a place specifically designed to help us live our happiest lives. There's a lot of struggle here. And don't you think that's a good thing? A lot of people will spend their entire life just looking for a fraction of what we have. So maybe it's time to stop poking the bear and just enjoy life. Not every question needs an answer. And not every mystery gets to be solved. I figured kids learned that after Blaine almost got you both killed. Look, I can see this isn't the answer you want, and I am sorry about that. Truly, truly sorry about that. But not every story gets a happy conclusion. I know that. But that doesn't mean you have to throw yourself down the same road. Kid, enough people have died.
But we're so close to the truth.
Alright then. Let me ask you something. What's your end goal?
What do you mean? We're going to uncover the reason why everyone ends up in the city, how it works, and whatever's going on with that door thing.
Alright then. So let's say you find out all that stuff. You both unwrap the secrets of this place. Great. Awesome. Now what? Do you all just leave? You found the way to open the door. Congratulations! Now you get to step outside. Is that really what you want? Look, kid. You can drop the act. I recognize someone who's running away from their past when I see one. You're hiding something. And judging by your reaction, it's a pretty big something. So take the advice of someone who's been running from his demons for over a decade. Just let it go. Not every answer leads to a good place. Take Jack, for instance. He has a good 7 years missing from his memory. It's been 7 years since the last time he saw his loved ones. But do we say anything? No, because the problems that would cause are a lot worse than the answers it would give. So just let it go. We're here, we're living our lives, and isn't that good enough in the end? Now then, if you don't mind, I have a show to get back to. So be sure to pass the tip on to the other one. They tend to be more squirrely than you. But if you're still feeling antsy, go look up Jeremy Johnson. He was a good friend to Bella Jule, and unlike her, his records are more open to the public.
Yeah. Thanks, Rex.
Now then. And welcome back to the show, everyone. We are cruising right along on a beautiful morning. It looks like it's going to be another great and radiant day. Here we are in the city we love. Now then, let's move on to some more news stuff, because at the end of the day, it's always important to keep moving on. Keep moving on.
Dreamgirl City is a production by N.J. Scholes. It was written and produced by N.J. Scholes. The voice of Rex Adams was Bailey Mckinney. Have questions? Have comments? Just want to say hello? Share this and all of your super cool fanfics to DreamGirlCityRadio@gmail.com, or look us up on social media. It really helps us a lot when you get the word spreading around. The poem for today was Ballad of Bella Jule by N.J. Scholes. Thank you so much to all of our supporters and everyone who is listening in the season so far. Be sure to help and support where you can, because it's always appreciated. And until the next time we meet again, just remember, it's okay to be crying, especially when you're dying.